Another news today, the Land Transport Authority has laid out in full details of the recall of 26 defective trains. This after Hong Kong-based news portal FactWire released a report last week. Now, the trains were found to have had hairline cracks due to impurities. Speaking to the media today, Transport Minister Khaw said that the transport authorities would have gone public immediately if there was a safety issue. But in light of the circumstances, doing so could have caused undue panic.
It's a scene that raised many questions. Defective SMRT trains sent back to China in the dead of the night. SMRT and transport authorities have explained their version of events over the course of a week, and now it's time to fully clear the air.
The earlier we come up, to tell the full story, the better.
The media was invited to Bishan Depot, where we got a look at the cracks on the trains. Authorities also gave a full account of what happened. Here's what they say is the full story behind the recall. Consortium Kawasaki Sifang won the tender for the C151A contract in 2009. At the start of July, it told authorities there are hairline cracks on the trains. These are found during a routine inspection and were not there when the trains were first accepted. The trains have already been running for 27 months and have covered about 300,000 kilometers each. The consortium then conducted fleet-wide checks and closely monitored all the trains. The consortium submitted an interim report at the end of the month. Together with LTA and SMRT, it assessed that all the affected trains are safe to operate. In October 2013, LTA and SMRT sought a third-party opinion on the train's safety. At this point, the consortium had been giving LTA monthly reports. The assessor submitted its findings a month later that the trains are safe to operate. LTA and Kawasaki Sifang decided to change the car body of the affected trains in Qingdao. LTA had said earlier that Singapore does not have the facilities and space for such works. These are photos of some of the hairline cracks that were found. Authorities say 2 engineers from LTA's quality assurance team were stationed in a Sifang factory for the whole project, starting from when the first train was made. They witnessed inspections on the car body shells, and before the trains were delivered, no hairline cracks were found. Now, you may remember that these hairline cracks mean the entire car body shell has to be replaced. It's a 4-month process, which includes removing the equipment inside and on the roof of the train and installing them onto a new car body that's fixed with a new bolster. Authorities have stressed the hairline cracks were not safety critical. As to what is a safety critical crack, here's an example from a train car belonging to an American rail operator. The crack was found on the train's drop equalizer, which helps to bear the weight of the car. The incident has raised many questions ever since the news broke. Arguably the biggest, why weren't Singaporeans informed?
If you were to go public on something which actually to them is not a major event, will you be unduly, unnecessarily cause a panic among the people? Because laymen, we all know a crack. Because, see, to engineers, not all cracks are the same. Some are minor cracks, some are major cracks. So you have to decide, what are critical. And if all cracks have to be reported when they do not cause any of those issues of safety, then they have to think about, what is the impact on the ground? Will they cause an unnecessary panic? So I think those were the considerations. Looking back, I think it's understandable.
LTA says trains go through several thorough inspections when they arrive. These include visual checks and other tests. 5 of the 26 trains have been returned.
Now, these 5 trains, they come back. Clearly, having experienced this, so we are, I think, paying more attention as well to see whether with these 5 trains, whether there are any more further developments of any similar kind of cracks. But not just that, we also, as we check, we're also making sure that every other part is okay.
After the incident, authorities have said that train bolsters will now be supplied by Japanese supplier Kobe Steel. LTA adds that Kawasaki Sifang has shown a strong sense of responsibility when addressing the issue. Authorities say 1 train will be sent for repair at a time, so there'll be no shortage of trains. But from next year, it will be 2 trains at a time.
What we promised Singaporeans was that we would be expanding the capacity of North-South, East-West line. And the reason was because we want to ease the level of crowdedness. And that's why we are doing all the various resignaling and buying all these additional trains so that we have more trains to run and at faster speed so that the crowdedness within the cabins can come down.
All the 26 trains are expected to be repaired by 2019.